Alright everybody, this is Cam, and what we're going to be working on is some desensitizing stuff, just to touch and looking at his teeth, looking at his paws in case he needs to go to the vet, anything like that. We already worked him for his morning breakfast, and now you can do this as counter conditioning protocol and use some treats and a clicker and all that stuff, but sometimes when you're trying to do this stuff, treats can sometimes get in the way. Other times they're very, very helpful, so it just depends on the dog. But I always like to do this when the dog is calm and relaxed, so then you can implement that when you go to the vet and they know to trust you and all that. So anyway, just little things, petting the dog. Even when you pet the dog, you want to make sure that he's calm, and that petting is a soothing thing, and it means to go ahead and relax and just hang out with us. You want petting to be a calm cue to your dog, as opposed to like touching them and they want to get all amped up and riled up. That's for playtime, and that's normally when you're outside. When you're on the couch and you just want to cuddle with your dog, totally acceptable, but they need to learn how to calm down when they're doing that, so they're not chewing on your hands and being goofy and doing things that they're not supposed to. But anyway, petting them when they're calm is always a good thing. Looking inside of their ears. So if you're ever doing this and your dog goes to pull away from you, there's a certain way to not accidentally reinforce the wrong thing. So if I'm holding this dog's head up like this, looking in his eyeballs, good boy. If he's being calm and relaxed, I'm going to let him have his head back. That's exactly what we want. So do it again to this eye. Good boy. And so even there, he's kind of flicking his head a little bit. I'm going to hold on to his face just a second longer. I can loosen my grip a little bit, but I'm not going to take my hands away until he relaxes into that again. And then I'm going to pet him and tell him he's a good boy. Same thing with the paws. This is a little bit harder because he's laying on them, but you can still do this. Hold his paw. If he tries to pull back at all, hold on to that paw. If he tries to lick your hand, he's not being cute and kissing. That's kind of before teeth come. So wait until their head is away from your hand like that, and then I'm going to give him his paw back. Good boy. Same thing here. I'm going to take this paw. See how he wants to lick my hand? He's kind of chewing on my nails right now. As soon as his head turns away, that's when I'm going to give him his paw back. You don't give it back when they're trying to nibble on your hand or get away. So I'm going to keep him here so I'm not having to hold on to his paw while he's trying to get away. And as soon as he relaxes, that's when I give him that paw back. Roll him over on their side a little bit if he's going to let me. There we go. For belly rubs. Good. Good. Doesn't want to relax right now. He really wants to go down and hang out with his friends. Come here, Cam. Come on. Good boy. Hold this paw again. He's not into this. But if we're at the vet and he's not into it, he's not going to realize, hey, I need you to be calm and relaxed right now because we're trying to check you out. Looking between his toes. Good boy. And if they pull away like that, I don't necessarily like that because it kind of gives them, good boy. I'd rather them. Good. So even there, he's kind of pulling. I'm going to hold on to that until he relaxes and then let him have his paw back. Keep going. I know, I see him. Let's look at your mouth. Stop. So here, sometimes they can get a little mouthy. Looking at his teeth, as soon as he's relaxed, that's when you let him have his mouth back. Those big, big teethers. Good boy. Open up his mouth. Sometimes dogs will bite down a little bit. Wait until he's calm. And I didn't get his mouth completely open, but my fingers are in his mouth until he's calm. That's the first step to getting it all the way. There we go. That was even a little better. He's a good boy. Good. That was good too. Good boy, Cam. Pull on their skin a little bit. Pet them a little rougher. Kind of teach them that means it's okay. You just have to relax and kind of give into this annoying massage. Because some people, if you allow them to pet your dog, they're going to come over and be like, oh, hey, buddy, and squeeze their face and do things that the dog might not be comfortable with. And the dog isn't allowed to bite or move away typically, or they're restrained by a leash, so they feel that they have to bite because they didn't like that. And that's, what they get used to. And then you've got a dog that accidentally bit a person. Oh, I was just petting him. So getting this dog used to people maybe coming up and doing that, a baby grabbing him at some point in his life, they get used to that sensation, so it's not as scary to them when something does happen that they don't like. Good boy. Pulling on their ears a little bit. Good. Turn it into more of a massage than an actual big deal. So then when that does happen, and it is a big deal, it's not as big of a deal. Yeah, buddy. You can tell he doesn't really like this. He wants to go down and play with his buddies. He just came out of his box. Did some training this morning. There we go. Pick up this paw again. Lick his things. See there, he wants to pull away. Just gonna take his head away. There, and give his paw back there. So we never want to give their face back or their paw back when they're trying to get away, because you're going to reinforce that fighting this gets what you want. You want them to know that not fighting this is going to end up with your paw back. So then when they're hurt and you have to go to the vet, say get a foxtail out of their foot, all that stuff, Bear's struggling a little bit. He's got somebody's butt. Hey, you're all right. Stop. There we go. That's what we want. I just talked to him. I said, hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And then he relaxed, and that's when he gets his paw back. So many people, they'll go to like take something out of their dog's mouth or look at their teeth. Their dog moves away like this, and they let go of their head. And we're unknowingly reinforcing that if you fight me, you're going to get what you want. And so then the day that you do need to take something out of their paw, they're going to be like, ow, that hurts. Fighting normally gets my way. Good boy. Cutting nails, all that stuff. It's all counter conditioning because they don't like it. It doesn't feel good. All that stuff. Unless you've got a dog that grew up in the grooming shop. They just love it. Hey, don't eat that. Sticks and things. Stop. Good boy. Stop. You're right. Stop. So there, I didn't get my hands completely in his mouth. There's a fly in front of him. Holy fly. Good. That's where I'm going to let go. Do it again. Stop. Good. Yeah. Good boy. No. Stop. Ow. Stop. Good. Good boy. So if there's something that they're really struggling with, say opening up their mouth and looking at it, that's something you're going to work on more. Say it's their nails being cut, that's something you're going to work on more. But it really helps when the dog is calm and relaxed while you're doing this. All right, you guys?